Good morning, everyone. We are Group 2, comprised of Richmond Lim, Carlo Rivera, which is me, and Jov Salvador. And today we will be presenting our presentation of Role of a Financial Manager. The financial manager or officer that we have interviewed for this requirement is Ernest Joseph Gomez, who is a business management graduate from the University of the Philippines. He now currently works at I Support World, which is a company based in Ortigas, Pasig City. He has stated that they offer offshoring solutions to small and mid-sized enterprises around the globe and partner with them in scaling up operations and generating cost savings. He has been serving as the Chief Financial Officer for the last 2 years. Now, the positives and negatives in the workplace that he is working in at the moment is that for the positives, it offers top rewards for those who excel. While the negatives, the pay is highly competitive, it requires long hours and high attention to detail, and wrong decisions can have adverse and long-term effects on the firm. We have also asked him his very remarkable experience as working as a financial manager in his workplace, in which he stated that finance is the amalgamation of qualitative and quantitative analysis paired with real-world interaction with various stakeholders. We have also asked him what is the role of financial management in a firm, in which he stated that gone were the days when financial management was merely concerned with quote-unquote counting the beads. It now plays a key role in the overall strategy of the firm by advising leadership of opportunities where savings can be generated and highlighting other revenue streams or sources. As a group, we have stated our key takeaways in which financial management belongs in an ever-changing environment. It is no longer a job that solely focuses on keeping the books or counting the beans. It now focuses on looking for opportunities that would generate more income. Thus, adaptability plays an important role in becoming a good financial manager.
So the second question was, how do the three key activities of the financial manager relate? So the three key activities are financial planning, investment, and financing. Next slide, please. So according to him, FPA is a more forward-looking approach of the finance function. It tries to predict the future by making assumptions and then adapting that to the situation. When the assumptions don't materialize. Investment, on the other hand, is mostly concerned with excess cash and how to optimize returns. And lastly, financing focuses on generating capital the lowest possible cost to the company. And investment and financing go hand in hand. Respectively, funds sourced from both activities can be used for expansion and growth. So for our key takeaways is that these three activities work hand in hand, and the approach towards them is to view them as a collective rather than individual functions. And while all three activities have different uses and specializations, these activities have the main goal of focusing on a company's overall expansion and growth. So we also asked him about the main goal of the financial manager and how the risk-return trade-off relate to the financial manager's main goal. So in addition to the three key strategies, there's also accounting, compliance, and liquidity. Next, please. So accounting mostly pertains to accounting records in line with the regulations from the IFRS, GAAP, and so on. Compliance deals with taxation and other requirements from entities such as the BIR, SEC, and PEZA. And lastly, liquidity is about making sure that there's enough funding to sustain it and expand operations. And we already defined the other three earlier in the previous question.
Okay, so continuing that, what are the risks of not performing the mentioned goals? So the risks are missing the budget numbers, getting penalized by government agencies, revoked permits, weak cash flow, insolvency, and losing value of funds due to inflationary risks, and having inadequate capital to seize growth opportunities. So moving on, our key takeaways from the main goals of a financial manager is achieving the goals and accomplishing the task of a financial manager is very important to avoid the risk mentioned by Mr. Gomez. Like all the goals are very important: accounting, compliance, liquidity, FPA or financial planning and analysis, investment management, and financing. They are all important to avoid the risk. So moving on, what to question 4, what are the trends in the financial market or the industry? According to Mr. Gomez, right now crypto is down, but there are still some optimistic players waiting and hoping for a bounce. NFTs are a bit hot right now, but highly risky. And our key takeaways from his answer is NFTs and cryptos, yes, they are trending, but they are trending as of the moment, but it is a little bit too risky. And yes, that's all. So moving on, how did question number 5, how did the pandemic affect the financial market? So travel and airlines industries took a nosedive. Healthcare companies are now bullish along with other players in ancillary industries. Banks took a hit on their non-performing loans or the NPLs as the numbers of unemployed skyrocketed, especially at the onset of COVID-19. So gold is still considered as the safest asset, and local economic recovery is expected at the last quarter of 2022, depending on election results and COVID cases. So our key takeaways from question 5 is the pandemic really affected lots of areas in the financial market, and gold is still considered as the safest asset.
And
That's all.
that is all. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope you enjoyed. Thank you.